Hollywood is no stranger to extreme transformations. While CGI and stunt doubles are common tools of the trade, some actors go all in, risking their health and safety for the sake of authenticity. These are the performers who gave more than just a compelling performance. They gave parts of themselves, sometimes permanently. Here are 10 actors who pushed their bodies to the limit and never fully recovered.
Fuck, this is gonna hurt.
Sylvester Stallone, The Expendables. Action roles are second nature to Sylvester Stallone, but even the most seasoned stars can get hurt, especially when you insist on doing your own stunts. While filming The Expendables, Stallone sustained such severe injuries during a fight scene with wrestler Steve Austin that he required major surgery. A fractured neck and spinal injuries led to the insertion of a metal plate in his neck. His physical suffering isn't new. Back in Rocky IV, he took a punch to the chest so powerful it caused swelling around his heart. For Stallone, pain has become the cost of realism. Brendan Fraser, various films.
George get coffee, then Ursula want George.
At the height of his fame, Brendan Fraser was the charming, chiseled star of adventure hits like The Mummy and George of the Jungle. But behind the swashbuckling facade was a body slowly falling apart. Fraser insisted on doing most of his stunts, resulting in countless injuries. Over 7 years, he underwent multiple surgeries: a laminectomy, partial knee replacement, vocal cord repair, and more. The physical toll, combined with personal challenges, pushed him out of the spotlight for years. Only recently has he opened up about how his body broke down, piece by piece. Hugh Jackman, X-Men series. Growling through nearly 2 decades as Wolverine wasn't without consequences. Hugh Jackman's iconic rasp may have helped define the X-Men character, but it came at a cost. Jackman has revealed that the constant strain on his voice permanently damaged his vocal cords. Years of roaring, snarling, and performing with vocal intensity led to a noticeable change in his falsetto range, a serious blow for someone who also performs in musicals. While Jackman doesn't regret embodying the clawed mutant, it's clear the role carved more than just muscle into him. Russell Crowe, Gladiator. Russell Crowe didn't just act like a warrior in Gladiator, he became one. The intense, brutal filming conditions left the actor with a laundry list of injuries: a cracked hip bone, an Achilles tendon tear, and a dislocated shoulder. He also lost feeling in parts of his hand due to sword-related damage. Crowe's commitment to authenticity was unmatched, but it came with lasting pain. Years later, he's still feeling the effects of a role that helped define his career, proving Maximus wasn't just a performance, it was a physical sacrifice. Jennifer Lawrence, Mother. Jennifer Lawrence's performance in Mother was so intense, it nearly broke her, literally. In one emotionally devastating scene, she hyperventilated to such an extreme that she tore her diaphragm. She also dislocated a rib, and years later, she revealed that the rib still makes a clicking sound. The film itself was polarizing, but Lawrence's full-body commitment to its chaos was undeniable. It's a reminder that psychological horror can manifest physically, and some scenes never really leave the actors behind. Jackie Chan, various films. No list of body-breaking dedication is complete without Jackie Chan. Famous for performing his own stunts, Chan has suffered broken ankles, dislocated hips, fractured ribs, and more. But the most serious came during Armor of God, when he fell from a tree and cracked his skull, requiring emergency brain surgery. He now has a plastic plate in his head and partial hearing loss in one ear, and yet he kept going. Chan's legacy isn't just martial arts mastery, it's the incredible physical cost of becoming a one-man action machine. Tom Hanks, Castaway in Philadelphia.
Yeah! Look what I have created!
Tom Hanks has always been a transformative actor, but his dramatic weight changes have had long-term effects. For Philadelphia, he lost significant weight to portray an AIDS patient. Then, for Castaway, he dropped over 50 pounds and grew out his hair and beard to play a stranded man. These drastic fluctuations put extreme stress on his body and metabolism. Years later, Hanks revealed he was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, a condition he believes was triggered in part by those extreme physical demands. He now calls the weight-shifting approach a young man's game. George Clooney, Syriana. What seemed like a routine torture scene in Syriana turned into a nightmare for George Clooney. While filming, Clooney fell and hit his head, resulting in a tear in his dura mater, the outer membrane surrounding the spinal cord. The injury caused spinal fluid to leak, triggering blinding headaches and leaving him bedridden. Clooney said the pain was so severe he contemplated suicide. The injury led to multiple surgeries and chronic back problems that linger to this day. His performance won awards, but the price was permanent pain. Christian Bale, the Machinist. Christian Bale's physical transformations are legendary, but the Machinist took it to the extreme. To portray an insomniac with a wasting body, Bale lost 65 pounds, reportedly surviving on coffee, an apple, and a can of tuna per day. His weight dropped to 120 pounds, dangerously low for his frame. While he quickly bulked back up for Batman Begins, the yo-yo effect was brutal on his body. Bale has admitted that the sudden return to heavy muscle mass caused sky-high cholesterol levels and long-term health concerns. Still, he calls the experience worth it. Daniel Day-Lewis, My Left Foot. Daniel Day-Lewis is known for immersing himself fully into his roles, but My Left Foot took that reputation to the edge. Playing Christy Brown, an artist with cerebral palsy, Day-Lewis remained in a hunched position in a wheelchair even off-camera. The result? He broke 2 ribs from the strain. The prolonged method acting also caused lasting spinal damage. Day-Lewis later admitted the pain helped him understand Brown's physical reality, but the self-imposed agony has become a cautionary tale for actors chasing authenticity.